I'm having trouble explaining what happens when you combine chemical explosives, nuclear fission, and nuclear fusion to my students. Can you help me understand it better?
Sure. When you combine chemical explosives, nuclear fission, and nuclear fusion, you create a powerful reaction that releases an immense amount of energy.
That sounds intense. Can you explain it in more detail?
Of course. Chemical explosives release energy through a chemical reaction, while nuclear fission and fusion release energy through the splitting and combining of atoms, respectively. When you combine all three, you create a chain reaction that releases even more energy.
Wow, that's fascinating. Is it dangerous?
It can be if it's not handled correctly. That's why it's essential to follow proper safety protocols and procedures when working with these materials.
That makes sense. Can you give me an example of how this is used in real life?
Sure. One example is the development of nuclear weapons, which use chemical explosives to initiate a nuclear chain reaction that releases a massive amount of energy. Another example is nuclear power plants, which use nuclear fission to generate electricity.
I see. Thanks for explaining it to me. How can I simplify this for my students?
You can break it down into simpler terms and use analogies to help them understand. For example, you can compare it to a domino chain reaction, where one domino falling leads to the next one falling, and so on, releasing energy along the way.
That's a great idea. Thanks for your help.
You're welcome. Remember, it's essential to emphasize safety and responsible use when working with these materials.